One of the weirdest things I've experienced is being called selfish simply because I stopped absorbing everyone else's negativity. Somehow, people really like to complain so much. And when I started focusing on myself and limiting or basically cutting off every source of negativity, I've been called that. I've been called selfish. And I was like, huh? Really? People really confused kindness with emotional availability. Not because you're a kind person, it means that you have to always be in every drama and every complaint and every negative energy. Because compassion does not require a constant exposure. You can love someone as strongly as you can. You can love them from your deepest part in your heart without carrying all of their suffering on your shoulders. And I believe that real love is actually helping them fix the problem itself without being in this loop for a long time. Because at this point you love your suffering. So what am I going to do with it? And that's the main reason why some people don't want to fix their problem somehow. It feels somehow that they don't want help, they just want a company in their misery. They don't want to suffer alone, they want company with them. Come on now, it's more fun when you have people around. So you end up seeing them stuck in this loop for a long time, and you love them at this point. You love them and wishing for them the best, even though that you help them, but they don't want to be helped. You end up having someone else's pain with you. You actually carried all of a sudden a part of that without you even experience it, just because you wish for them the best, but they don't even want to wish the best for themselves. You all of a sudden see yourself actually carrying in a part of that pain. And there is a difference between someone who wants to improve or find a solution in any problem, or someone who wants to stay in the same place. But I want to stay in the same place and I want to suffer, but I don't want to stay alone suffering. I want a company in my suffrage. For example, let's say someone came to you and says, I am tired. Would you advise me to? Would you advise me to do? And you actually advise them and you told them to do this and this and this. The second week, they actually took what you said to them and put it in action. They actually took that advice and they are working on it and they're improving. So they did that. And by timing, when they actually take this advice and they have it now in their daily, the daily lifestyle, they will update you yes, this actually worked out for me, thank you, blah, 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 and this person is actually want to help themselves and actually wanted help. There's a difference. Some people don't want help. Okay, but let's say there's another person. Every time you see them, the same complaint. You gave them a solution and they refused. And by the way, the refuse does not always have to saying straight no. It can just be basically them ignoring what you said to them and keep on complaining. And they come back again with the same complaint. You gave them the solution and they refused. And they do it again and again and again. You gave them a solution and they don't put it in action or take it seriously at all. Just it feels like it went from one ear and went out from the other ear. So then all of a sudden you discover by time that they weren't looking for a solution. They weren't looking for a solution at all. They were looking for someone to sit with them inside their problem that they don't even want to solve in the first place. So they basically want to have a company in the same problem. They want people to be miserable with them in the same problem. They want a company because it's easier to sit in the problem than actually fixing it, because some people do not protect their pain, and some people don't want to this pain to be like to go from them, because it's not because they can't leave it. They they protect this pain because it has now become a part of their identity. And somehow, if the problem is gone, they don't even know themselves anymore. So because them to like avoid all of that, they want you with them, to suffer with them, even though you might not have this problem, or you used to have it and you actually fix it because you took different actions, but they don't want to fix it. So, you know, they just have they just want someone with them to stay miserable with them, because, you know, it's more fun. Protect your peace. Protecting your peace is not selfish. If every day you give your people your energy, but no one is backing your energy, what do you think will happen like a year from that? You become nervous, tired, and somehow angry, and might even end up hating everyone. Although, like, in the first place, you wanted to help these people, you want to help them, but you end up hating them, or like hate anything related to their problem, that it's like make you miserable like this. You can't be emotionally available for everyone without eventually becoming emotionally unavailable for yourself. If you out there being available to everyone all of the time, in the end, there will be nothing left of you. Why? Because negativity spreads. The brain is consistently affected by what it hears. The brain remember everything. Notice like the simplest thing. Notice after you finish like this dramatic sad series that you watched, it somehow really affected you after you finish it. It temporarily helps the change, like it temporarily helps to change things up. All of a sudden you feel sad or like messed up from the inside. Even though these events aren't real, you feel sad somehow. You feel like you're affected by it. You really get affected. Okay, you got affected from like a sad series, a dramatic sad series that you've watched. What if that person in the sad series or these sad series was a person in your life and in front of you and repeat the same things every day? What do you think will happen to you? You will run out of like energy and like everything. You will end up being miserable like them. This isn't a call to abandon people or ignore their suffering. Everybody suffers. We suffer all the time. This is life. It's part of life. But rather a distinction between a support and exploitation. If you're helping someone to move forward and they actually moving forward, that's a support. But if you become a vessel that absorbs the same negativity every day without any need or like any desire to change, then you have the right to set boundaries. This does not make you selfish. It's just like preserves your ability to be present when your presence is truly helpful. Sometimes the kindest thing that you can do to yourself is to refuse to become another unhappy person just to make someone who is also unhappy to feel less alone. If they are unhappy and you help them to be happy and they don't want to be happy, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do? Don't be an unhappy person just because someone else does not want to be happy. Thanks for watching.